one part of making a community age-friendly. A lot of the other parts are the different infrastructures that are there, better places to sit, better lighting, all those kinds of things as well. And it seems to almost sell itself. So I would agree with Jim, bring people to the table and show how it can interconnect.
Thank you very much, Valerie. Dawn, do you want to bring up the rear on that? Any comments to add?
Just a comment that I think both Jim and Valerie are right on with that. And when you're bringing decision makers together, is to be sure that you involve, I think, the a number of the not-for-profit people and maybe some of the people who are not now immediately connected, relatively recently retired, like in the last 3 to 5 years, kinds of people who have been either movers and shakers in the community from their not-for-profit side of the world, and be sure that they're at least allowed to participate in some of that discussion.
Okay, great. Well, there's a start to your answer. I'm sure you're going to find more as you go through this. Thanks very much. That was a beautiful question. We've got time for a couple more. Someone else have a question that they'd like to ask or a comment they'd like to make?
Can I ask a question to Don?
Yes, please.
I really like his comment about intergenerational, especially denuclearized family. Now, Canada, as we know, it's a sort of a multicultural society. There are lots of people are coming from different cultures where the family is not nuclearized and they depend on the extended family. How can we learn from these people, the newcomers, especially those who are the first generation, how to take advantage of this cultural trend?
I think that's a wonderful comment, and in fact, that's exactly right. I mean, we may have, those of us who have been 2 or 3 generations in this country may have lost what it means to be a part of an extended family, and what better place to learn but from some of the East Indian, some of the African, some of the Chinese families, etc., who have a very strong tradition and still a very strong connection with this extended family. Exactly how do we learn from them? Well, as in most cases, I think we have to approach them and be open to listening to what they have to say. Be sure that they're included in discussions so that they're not just there in a token way, but that they're really listened to and understood, and how an extended family actually works. Because everything from helping to do a child's homework to being sure that someone gets taken to a doctor's appointment to someone helping to shovel next door neighbor's sidewalks, all of those kinds of things really, blossom well when we get a chance to work with an extended family. So I really appreciate your comment. How do we learn from them? Well, I guess we have to invite them and start to say, teach us. We're prepared to learn.
Thank you very much. A very good question and a good comment. Thanks, Don. We've got time. Actually, we're on to, and we've got time for one more question. How about someone from towards Western Canada? Anyone? Okay. Louise, I think at this point we're over to you. Yes, I can hear you.
It's Elaine here in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Hello, Elaine.
I'd be eager. I'm going to ask you after maybe to give us the name of the person in Brookfield so we can hook up with her. But the other question I had for Jim was you talked about in your presentation non-traditional partners. Were you just referring then to the municipal governments as being non-traditional partners in the sense that they have traditionally focused on community infrastructure, firefighting, taxation, and garbage collection, and now we're asking to reach out to them and work with them in seniors, not only seniors, programming, but age-friendly, as you say, programming or initiatives. Is that what you meant by non-traditional? Did you have other non-traditional partners in mind?
My experience is that many municipal governments certainly are actively engaged in social services, if you will, through community recreation departments and other forms of service delivery. So I wasn't thinking of them as much as perhaps the Chamber of Commerce in a community as an example. in terms of, why would it be compelling for them to support some of the work that you might want to do around creating a more age-friendly community. We've seen in a lot of the provinces, they've gone to the umbrella municipal associations, Columbia Union of Municipalities. We're doing a presentation this June at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, where we'll use 3 or 4 mayors to present their experience to their peer colleagues, other elected officials, why an age-friendly community initiative has been a good thing in their community. So I guess what I would say by way of sort of summary to non-traditional, if it's somebody you haven't worked with in the past, give some thought to what's in it for them to partner with you and work with you, and find a way to bring new partners into the focus in creating an age-friendly.
Helen, does that help?
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. And it's a good question. It's part of the question is how can you figure out what it is you don't know? Or how can you find out who you can meet that you haven't met that you don't know? Anyway, and part of it is to look around in your community and see what's posted on the signs and ask about service clubs, etc. And it comes slowly, but it comes, I think. Beautiful question and answer. Thank you so much. At this point, Louise, I'm going to pass it on to you, and we'll work on the key messages.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I've enjoyed this this chat, and the discussion has been very, very interesting. Let me recap what I heard as the key messages here. First, the definition of an age-friendly community as a community where policies, services, and structures are designed to support and enable older people to live in a secure environment, to enjoy good health, and to continue to participate fully in society. An age-friendly environment involves the social environment as well as the physical. An age-friendly community is a community for all ages. Seniors must be involved in the planning and the delivery of community-based responses in an age-friendly community. And the key models of practice include identifying opportunities at the local level, being proactive in our response locally, and especially working collaboratively with other government departments, with other stakeholders and seniors, and community-based organizations in the private sector as well as the not-for-profit sector. And those are the key messages I've identified.
Very nice. Thank you very much. And we've got just a couple moments, so I'm going to leave you with the questions that are at the end of the presentation. So, given the challenges that we have with our aging population, what are some of the opportunities for growth in terms of age-friendly? What's the key to creating an age-friendly community initiative in your community or in the region that you're working with? And how can seniors and their organizations take a leadership role in those in promoting age-friendly communities? Maybe some of you are doing that already. I'm going to take a guess that many of you are doing that already. And finally, what information and resources would help you move forward on an age-friendly initiative? So we're at 2:28, and I'm wondering if we can ask for one comment from someone, if they have if any of those questions bring something to mind that's key for them. Any of our participants?
Well, I'm speaking from Moncton, New Brunswick, Naren Srivastava. We have a Mayor's Seniors Advisory Committee, and of which there is a